Hello, dear friends. Welcome to our channel, where the most thrilling and emotional stories await you. Today, we're diving into a captivating tale filled with intrigue, danger, and unexpected twists. Get ready for a true adventure, and don't forget to grab a cup of tea or coffee. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on our exciting new videos. Claire, a young woman, is grappling with the loss of her father, who owned a hotel business. After his death, his entire estate passes to her stepmother, leaving Claire in a precarious situation. She struggles to cope with her grief while living in a house now controlled by her stepmother. One early morning, Claire goes for a run along a forest trail. Suddenly, she is abducted by a stranger. He forces her into the trunk of his car and speeds down a winding road. A wild boar darts across the path, and in an attempt to avoid it, the kidnapper crashes into a tree. Seizing the opportunity, Claire escapes from the trunk and flees into the woods. She runs until she loses her bearings and stops, disoriented. The kidnapper catches up, points a gun at her, and orders her to close her eyes, promising it will be over quickly. A gunshot rings out. Claire regains consciousness in an unfamiliar house. A man enters the room carrying a breakfast tray. Introducing himself as Pierre, he explains that he was hunting boars in the forest but accidentally shot the man attacking Claire. Pierre speculates that she must have done something serious to provoke such an attempt on her life. Claire suggests calling the police, but Pierre refuses. He's been to prison before and has no intention of returning. His troubled past makes him wary, yet he feels a sense of responsibility for the girl he saved. Later, Pierre brings clean clothes to replace Claire's soiled ones. While she was unconscious, he washed her garments, showing a quiet gesture of care. Exploring the house, Claire meets Vincent, a gentle cellist. His music captivates her, and she falls asleep listening to his melody. She's awakened by Francois, Pierre's twin brother, distinguishable by a severe stutter. Claire notices how the twins, despite their identical appearance, have starkly different personalities. Pierre insists that Claire leave the house. He fears her enemies will track her down, and he wants no part in their conflict. Claire argues that it's illogical to save her only to cast her out. Torn by his own contradictions, Pierre grabs her in a moment of frustration but quickly releases her. When he returns, he impulsively kisses her, and Claire, to her own surprise, doesn't resist. This moment draws them closer, yet leaves her questioning her emotions. The next morning, Claire meets Vincent's dog. With the twins away at the sawmill, she feels uneasy staying alone and asks Vincent to take her along to the vet. On their way back, they stop at a diner. Claire shares that she played the violin as a child, but gave it up after the car accident that claimed her mother's life. Back at the house, Vincent gives her a violin, insisting she shouldn't abandon her music. His encouragement touches Claire, and she begins to see him as a friend. Pierre, upon learning of the outing, is furious. The entire town now knows Claire is staying with them, increasing the risk of her being found. His anxiety is palpable, but Claire senses he's hiding something more. The next morning, she watches Pierre chop wood. He seems tense, and in a sudden impulse, he kisses her again. Their intimacy marks an unexpected turn, further complicating Claire's feelings. Late at night, Claire hears the television. She goes downstairs, sits beside a man she assumes is Pierre, and playfully brushes her foot against his leg. He stammers that he's thirsty, and Claire realizes it's Francois. Embarrassed, he admits he couldn't resist pretending to be his brother. Claire smiles, choosing not to judge him. Determined not to rely on the twins, Claire takes a job as a waitress at a local diner. She tries to call her stepmother, but the moment she says her name, the call is abruptly disconnected. This deepens her suspicion that her stepmother may be involved in her troubles. Maud, Claire's stepmother, watches from a window as her lover, Bernard, helps Claire pick up a dropped towel. Later, Maud suggests to Bernard that they no longer hide their relationship, as her husband is gone. However, she admits their feelings have faded and proposes a break. Bernard agrees, but once alone, he calls Claire and confesses his love for her. Maud overhears this and, unwilling to accept it, begins plotting to eliminate Claire to maintain control over her life and the inheritance. At a restaurant, Bernard grows anxious about Claire's disappearance. Maud reassures him, claiming Claire has vanished before. When Claire calls, Maud immediately hangs up, ensuring no chance for explanation. Her calculated coldness is chilling, yet she masks her intentions expertly. In the small town, Claire attracts attention from the locals. Charles, a librarian she met at the vet, introduces his son, Clement, to her. The local vet, Sam, is also smitten and invites Claire to a club. There, a stranger harasses her, and Sam fails to intervene. Clement, eager to impress Claire, punches the man, knocking him out. His bold action earns her admiration. On the drive home, Claire tells Sam she thought he was strong, but now sees his vulnerability, which she finds appealing. Sam pulls over, asks her to repeat herself, and their mutual attraction ignites. Their passionate moment unfolds under the curious gaze of squirrels perched in the trees, lending the scene an odd, poetic charm. Maud arrives in town and spots Claire. She visits the library, where Charles, charmed by her beauty, calls her the town's second angel and suggests she stay in the temple's guest rooms. Maud meets the pastor, falsely claiming she's searching for her missing stepdaughter. The pastor, recognizing Claire's name, offers to arrange a reconciliation. Maud agrees, spinning a tale that Claire resents her for neglect after her father's death. While jogging, Claire encounters Clement. He tries to hug her, but stumbles and, embarrassed, runs off. Claire visits the pastor and confesses to her involvement with multiple men. The pastor, with a light-hearted tone, blames the mountain air for stirring passions and doesn't condemn her. The pastor brings Claire to Maud. Maud embraces her, claiming she located Claire through the phone call and with help from the boys. Claire expresses her desire to stay in the town with her new friends, and Maud, concealing her true motives, agrees, saying she'll stay a few days as well. Maud drives Claire to work, but stops at a cliff, pretending there's a flat tire. She asks Claire to check it, preparing to push her off, but the pastor arrives on a motorcycle, thwarting her plan. Maud takes Claire to town and suggests they meet again the following weekend. Unaware of the danger, Claire agrees. At the diner, Charles asks Claire to speak with Clement, who has been avoiding him. She visits Clement, confesses her love, and kisses him. Later, she assures Charles that everything is resolved. Sunday arrives, and Claire and Maud go on a picnic. Maud offers Claire a poison apple. As Claire is about to bite, Clement appears. Claire invites him to join, but Maud snatches the apple, distrustful of the stranger. Claire sets the apple aside and follows Clement into the woods, where they make love in the rain. That night, during a town dance, Maud watches Claire dance with various men. She orders 2 glasses of wine, poisoning one. Clement deliberately knocks over the poisoned glass and later tells Claire he saved her. Maud hands Claire the remaining glass and, shaking her, tries to make her ill. She then puts the dazed Claire into the car, pretending to drive her home. On a winding road, Maud confesses that she loved only once, and Claire stole that love. She opens the door and pushes Claire out. Maud walks to the cliff, sees Claire lying motionless below, and drives away. At the temple, while lighting a candle, she accidentally sets herself ablaze. Claire survives and lies in a hospital bed. The 7 men who love her each visit to kiss her. After the final kiss, Claire opens her eyes. After surviving a kidnapping and her stepmother Maud's deadly schemes, Claire finds refuge in a small town, where she forms bonds with 7 men who help her heal and rediscover herself, ultimately awakening from a coma through their love. Maud's treachery leads to her own demise, while Claire embraces a new beginning. Thank you, dear viewers, for watching this thrilling story with us until the very end. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for even more captivating tales.